Happy New Year, sisters and brothers. Hope you had a great holiday season, safe and fun New Year's. As we are here in 2019, wanted to talk a little bit about how top 3 New Year's resolutions are always going to be something about money, eating better, getting more exercise. So trying to make ourselves better, and I respect and appreciate that very much. I released on New Year's Day a podcast episode, real quick 8-minute podcast episode called Money Patriot, outlining a new concept that I've been sort of ruminating, kicking around quite a bit over the past year, and wanted to revisit that. I also wrote a piece about it on Money Alignment Academy's Facebook group, and you can also probably find it on georgegrumbacher.com. But fundamentally speaking, started off with the story of my grandparents, which I'm 40 years old, so maybe your folks, maybe your grandparents, maybe even your great-grandparents, our country's greatest generation that grew up during World War II, during the Great Depression. Specifically, my grandparents. My grandpa grew up on a farm in South Dakota during the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression. Extremely tough time in our nation, obviously. When he turned 18, literally a couple of months later, was drafted by the Army into World War II and served overseas. When he came back, he started a business using the GI Bill, bought a home, then got recalled to serve again in the Korean War and did that. And he came back and spent 35 years working with New York Life and became a very, very successful person and a family man. Got obviously my mom and my aunt and my brothers and everybody else. The perspective that my grandma and my grandpa had is definitely different than I think that certainly mine was in my 20s, even for a good portion of my 30s, and now here I'm in my 40s. And I think it's important that we all revisit our worldview, what our perspective on consuming is, on spending money, on saving money, and how what we do, our behaviors, impact everybody else. Go to, I don't want to get it wrong, usdebtclock.org. It's really interesting. There's not a lot on the site. It's just one sort of page full of numbers that are changing like crazy. usdebtclock.org. And you'll see that our deficit's almost $22 trillion. And it's going up and up and up and up, and our spending is going up and up and up and up. And we're going to get a really rude shock, probably a lot sooner than any of us think, on how are we going to actually continue to function and pay our bills when our debt repayments get so high that we're not able to do other things. So I'm going to be talking a lot about that over the next, I guess, foreseeable future, but wanted to throw that in your court. You think about, well, what does that have to do with me? And fundamentally, it will have a lot to do with you, because what do you think is going to happen when the government needs more money? Well, they're going to A, raise our taxes, B, force us to start saving, and I guess to tie it all back is, if it's a resolution of yours to start saving more money, by all means, please do, because I don't think that the government's going to be there to be able to bail us out if we get to retirement age and haven't saved any money at all. I think it's very incumbent on you, it's incumbent on me and everybody else to be personally responsible and to, again, look at our financial situation, look at our spending, re-examine all those things, and make sure that we're putting ourselves in a position to be financially successful, so that we're not going to be reliant on the government when it does come time for us to stop working. So, as always, do your best, but also think about doing your part. And if we all do that, like everything else, I think the world will be a pretty good place. So, Happy New Year. Look forward to talking to you soon.